Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with the next topic in this training session, which is on the security table. So in this training session, we'll be looking at the most common security tables in SAP system. So we'll see the tables which are basically starting in, say, the tables like starting with USR, starting with AGR, starting with UST. Basically, these are the tables which has the information about the logon specific data, the user data, the profiles, the roles, etc. So USR02 is one of the most important table which has the information for the logon data. There are other tables like AGR underscore users which has roles assigned to users, AGR underscore prof which has the roles profiles assigned to users. So let's get into the table where we'll see about the USR02 first. So we are in SE16 transaction with table code USR02. Okay, so here you can see this is the list of the entries in the table. We are in the table name USR02. Okay, so basically if you just type USR02, it will give you the list of the tables. So let's select the relevant tables. As this table has lot of fields, so we are selecting only the relevant fields here, only the fields which make sense or which is required for our training. So we have selected just a couple of fields like bname, the name, the validity date, the period, the account number, okay, the logon data. So let's click on execute. So here you can see only the relevant field. Let's click on the watch symbol, which will show you the list of the entries in that table. Okay, this table here, it is showing the information about the name, okay, the change date, the class, the U flag. U flag is basically the information about the whether the user is locked or not. Okay, then other information which is in the numeric format. So here you have seen the information about the users, basically the logon data for the user is shown here. Okay, so let's go back and see the other tables like USR04, where we have the users by authorization profile assignment. Then we have USR05, which has users by user parameters. We have user by user 10, USR10, which has the information about profiles with authorization, that is AGR underscore 1251. Then we have AGR underscore 1252, which has the information about organizational data for roles. Okay, then we have AGR underscore users, which is also pretty important table, which has the information about roles which is assigned to users. AGR underscore prof, which is basically the profile defined for users. AGR underscore hierarchy is hierarchy, basically the menu of a role. Now let's see these tables. We have seen USR02. Okay, so let's see the AGR, some of the AGR table, that is AGR underscore 1251, which has the information about the authorization data for roles. Okay, so I'll just click on execute. Okay, this will show me the entries in the table AGR underscore 1251. Here you can see the AGR underscore name, the object, the attribute, the variant, the field. Okay, so this is what is the information present in this particular table. So we have seen AGR underscore 1251 table, which has the information about authorization data for roles. Now let's see the authorization data, organizational data for roles. Okay, and we have seen other tables like AGR underscore users, which has the information about the roles assigned to a particular user. So let's go to that table. Let's click on the back arrow. Okay, now let's click on the back arrow one more time. Now we are in the SE16 screen. Now let's type the user, basically the table name AGR underscore users. Okay, click on execute. You will see the different fields name. I'll just click on execute without selecting a specific field. Okay, the execute is on the green watch that you saw. Okay, now in this screen you can see the AGR name. Okay, then you have the information. So basically here you can see the other information is about the roles which is assigned to the users. Okay, so we have seen the information about AGR underscore users. Okay, so the next table is AGR underscore PROF, which stores the profiles defined for users. AGR underscore have, which is basically for the menu for a role. Then AGR underscore time, which is basically the change time for a role. So basically these are the three important user types. Okay, now let's see the info types. Info types basically stores the information related with the HR data. For example, address of an employee is stored in an unique info type 0006. Similarly, we have different info type to store different data, like personal data is 0002, bank details 0009, basic salary 0008, etc. So you can see that different info type is storing different type of information. Some info types are further divided into subtypes. For example, the address. Here we have the subtypes like permanent address, the temporary address, the emergency address, the mailing address, etc. Info types are relevant from a security standpoint, as SAP provides standard authorization objects which allow us to secure info type subtypes combination for users. The first thing to note from the above example is that all of them are attributes of a person. You store attributes of a person, that is salary of a person, the bank details of a person. However, info type can just as well store information about HR data as well. That is the data about the position of a person, the job details of a person, the tasks that need to be performed by a person. So basically this is about the different types of HR data which is stored in the info type. And let's see the next aspect, which is about, depending on the type of the info type which is stored for the person or for the HR object, we can divide them into two different info type. Basically, first is the personal administration, that is attributes of a